Miss Jillian Abatangelo, otherwise known as Miss Abby, librarian at school number 2 in Inwood. Thanks for letting us in your library, Mrs. Abby.
Well, welcome, Carson. It's always a pleasure to see you here.
How long have you been the librarian here?
Well, I was lucky enough to be interviewed and hired in, I believe it began in September of 2005.
You still remember that time?
Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do. It was a big deal for me to take a new job, and I've enjoyed every year here. So 6 years, 2005, 2011. This one's, school years are half and half, so.
Yeah. How many books do you have here?
We
There's
have
a lot of them.
a lot of books. We have over 12,000 books.
12,000.
At the number here, I was a librarian, a teacher librarian in Brooklyn, PS 72, and I received my degree, my master's in library science, while I was there.
Anyway, what is your favorite thing about being a librarian?
The books.
Yeah.
No, not the books. The kids. Then the books. Because I love to be with the kids.
Wait, is it one or the other?
It's the kids.
Oh.
Followed by the books.
What were some of your favorite books when you were a kid?
Favorite books as a kid. Little Women. I never bored your class with that to tell you all about Little Women, how I've read it hundreds and hundreds of times.
No, I think you told me that.
So I did bore you to death. That was one of my favorites. But I was a big Curious George fan, Baba the Elephant, the Seuss books. I still have favorites. They're my childhood favorites, though. I haven't found any favorites as an adult yet. There's too many.
Which books would you recommend for kids like my age?
Kids your age. Well, I like to recommend books to children based on how appropriate they really are for like their age level and grade level. So a third grader should be looking for a book that's got a character around your age. What are you, 9 now? 8, 9?
9.
9?
9.
So you should look for a main character who's between 9 and 12. After that, they're doing things you probably should know about. So series books, I love series books, because once you get hooked on a series, a character that you like the Falconers that we did last year.
Yeah.
That was right about the right age level.
Anyway, what do you like to do for fun?
Would you believe read?
Yeah.
Read, play with my granddaughter, run with my dog.
I'm here with Miss Cindy Lee, principal at school number 2 in Inwood. Thank you for taking time to talk with me, Mrs. Lee.
Oh, it's my pleasure, Carson.
How long have you been the principal here?
Ooh, I've been the principal of number 2 school for 5 years. This is my 5th year.
How long is that?
5.
How long is that ago? So
In people years or dog years?
Let's
it's you know what?
dog years.
School years are only 10 months. So I started here in 2007.
And how far is that in dog years? Because you said dog years. Okay, so that would be times 7, so about 35 years.
Very good. I see you're practicing your multiplication tables. Excellent day.
What did you do before you became the principal?
Before I was the principal here, I was an assistant principal at Lawrence Middle School, which I enjoyed very much.
My brother goes there.
I know he does.
Where did you go to elementary school?
Oh, elementary school, I went to PS 156 in Laurelton, Queens.
They actually name a number for the schools?
That's what they do in the city, in city schools.
Okay. Where did you go to college?
I would have to say, which college would you like to know about? Because I've gone to many schools for many different reasons. I went to undergrad, and then I went to graduate school, and I went to another graduate school to become a principal, so you have to let me know what school you want to know about.
Probably the first one.
Well, I started my undergraduate education at Boston University, and I finished at your college. That's the very first.
What is the best part about being the principal?
Carson, I would have to say that the best part of being the principal of number 2 school is that I get to interact with children all day long. And I get paid for that. What's better than that? Nothing. Working with children is really, it's the best thing in the world. Keeps me young. Keeps me happy.
Is it fun being the boss of everybody in the school?
You know, Carson, I really don't see myself as a boss. I see myself as more of a helper. I help teachers and I help children, so I would say it's fun being a helper. And yes, I know people have to come to me because I'm technically the boss, but you know,
Yeah.
I like being the helper.
Yeah. What were some of your favorite books when you were a kid?
Wow. Think back. I didn't have as many books as you children have. I loved Yertle the Turtle. I think I read that book over and over again. That's a Dr. Seuss book.
Yeah.
And I love
Yeah.
Green Eggs and Ham. I loved Curious George. We didn't have a lot of books like you guys have now. But those I would have to say were my favorite.
Anyway, what do you like to do for fun?
Now, I like to have a lot of fun. I like to dance. I like to listen to music. I like to hang out with my family. Sometimes we go bowling, to the movies. Simple stuff. Play with my dogs. I have 2 dogs.
Can you tell us about the school's bucket project?
Oh, yes. Well, we have bucket filling, which is one of our school's initiatives. And with bucket filling, we try to focus in on the 5 competencies of social emotional learning. And basically what that means, Carson, is that we try to teach children skills and strategies that will help them have social awareness, self-awareness, self-management, things just to help them increase their character, get along with others in the school building. And I think that it has worked wonderfully this year.
I'm sure there are young people out there who want to grow up and become an educator like you. What advice would you give them?
I would definitely tell them that reading is so important because that is like 100% of my job. I'm always reading. Okay, so I would say read as many books as you can, and also writing. Reading and writing go together. So I would say if you could focus in on those 2 things, you'll be a great...
You have to read the papers,
everything.
Basically, you have to read the whole
All day,
day.
every day, yes. So if you focus in on those 2 things, you'll be a great educator.
Thank you.
You're very welcome, Carson. My pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.
Remember, everybody, to be a bucket filler and not a bucket dipper. Put good feelings, not bad.
Well said, Carson.